Lockdown.
What you don't understand is
10.
Morgan is still evolving.
9.
The people in this house are in danger.
8.
It needs to be terminated.
7. 6.
Don't be afraid.
5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
I'm starting to feel like myself.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to ReelTime for the real, everyday movie fan. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And today we're giving you a real-time review of Morgan.
Morgan. I can't say the name of this movie without making it sound. It's like, a big fan of Good Will Hunting. I just always think of that movie. Morgan! Morgan. Okay, anyway, so let's talk about Morgan. Morgan was directed by Luke Scott. It stars Kate Mara, Amy Taylor, I can't read your handwriting.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy. Toby Jones, Rose Leslie, Boyd Halbrook, and Paul Giamatti, the great Paul Giamatti. So,
as he lives and breathes.
Yeah, so we're going to interview Josh. Josh, well, first of all, what was your score from Morgan?
Score was 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10, so not a fresh.
Not a fresh, it wasn't. It was disappointing. Like, when you actually watch the movie, of course it's just like Species or Ex Machina or Splice. But at the same time, there was, when you actually watch it and what they were trying to go for, they had a lot of potential to be a great movie. But I will say this is Luke Scott's directorial debut. If you guys don't know, this is Ridley Scott's son. So take that what you will. I mean, his father is an amazing director. But for him, he did some good jobs on some action scenes. He did some good job, I guess, of adding suspense to some spots. But actually, as a storyteller, as being able to give good details in a plot and move a story along smoothly, he very much failed. But I'll get into more stuff here in a little bit, but that was kind of my overall thoughts. It just was very disappointing, had a lot of great potential, but it didn't deliver. I'll say that.
And you have written right here POS, so it must be a piece of... Oh, no, wait, that's positives.
Yeah,
okay.
it's positives.
Positives.
There are actually a couple of positives. There were a couple.
Film,
I will say Kate Mara actually did a great job. Initially, people will think she is one-dimensional and boring, but once you get to the end of the film and you realize why she's acting the way she does, it makes a lot of sense. And you're like, okay, well then that was a good performance after you think about it in the end. Another great one I thought, Anya Taylor-Joy. She is a great up-and-coming actress. I'm loving what she's doing so far. If you have not seen The Witch, she's also in that. She has an amazing job in that film. I'm not sure what else she has coming up, but I think she has a lot of promise to becoming a really great actress in Hollywood today. She had with her character playing Morgan, she had a perfect blend of being vulnerable and strong, and at the same time being terrifying and innocent. It was a perfect blend. I don't know how it was in her acting and directing. I mean, not her directing, but in her acting skills, it showed that. Like there's times where you could tell she can play very innocent and very sad and whatnot, but then she could turn around and she could look terrifying and strong and fearless. She did a great job. I was very impressed with her again, with her performance again. Yeah. Another one, a great one, was actually, like I said before, there were some great intense scenes. Luke Scott did a great job directing those with Morgan and Paul Giamatti. That scene you see in the trailer, he does a great job.
That's Paul.
Oh, Paul, yeah. Paul Giamatti, did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway.
Someone just saying, of course he does a great job.
It is. But between them two, how the scene had great intensity to it, he did an amazing job doing that. And there was a couple more with her and Kate Mara. There were some great intense scenes there, which really added some great ambiance to the story and suspense. And those were really good there. And lastly, the action was pretty good. I will say that. There were some action scenes between Morgan and Kate Mara's character Lee Weathers, which were really, really great, really well done. I'll say Luke Scott is best, and what I've noticed in this movie, he was best at directing action scenes. And I hope he's not the best at storytelling, but I will hope he does some kind of action movie. Hopefully he can shine a little bit more there, because there wasn't very much for him to shine as far as his action directing. But that was really well done on his part, I thought.
Cool. But the negatives is just...
It's really... The story is everywhere. At first, when you finish the movie, you're not even sure what the hell you watched. It kind of sucks. There was a lot of... I mean, of course, this Morgan, this bioengineered human, and she's stuck in a room for some reason and she lashes out because of it. But there are other details in the plot that just are not there, which makes you really confused on what the hell is going on. There's a lot of like small like details as far as backstory to the characters, where they'll say something in the script and you're almost like supposed to assume something, like assume already. Besides, they're not really explaining it. They're just kind of making you like say, oh, you're supposed to just already believe it, and like they'll give stuff like details in the plot, but there's no backstory to that character for you to understand what the hell's going on between certain characters, and that was a really big negative for me, because you'll watch the movie and you're frustrated most of the time. You're just really frustrated. Another big one was the non-explanation of plot details. I brought that up just a second ago, where, like, I'll give you an example. They had a scene between Morgan and Kate Mara, and they were talking through things. They were having this little interview style, and she brings up something about Dr. Shapiro coming, but then when he shows up, he says something like, "Oh, I was caught somewhere in Utah," but they don't. That's it. They don't explain anything else. There's no details to that, and it kind of was like that throughout the whole movie. And the last thing I want to bring up is it's slow. It is super slow. This movie is an hour and 21 minutes, I think. It felt like a 2-hour movie, and that's not a good thing when it comes to these kind of movies. This kind of movie needed to be well-paced. It is, I guess you could say it's well-paced, but it's extremely slow. This movie needed to be well-paced and kind of move the story along, and he tried to go for an emotional factor by slowing down the pace. Did not work at all. It's extremely boring, extremely slow. As you can tell, I gave it a 5 out of 10. I cannot recommend it. Wait for it to come out on DVD. I'm sad. I was very excited for this movie because Anya Taylor-Joy was in it, Kate Mara was in it, and it was Luke Scott's directorial debut. But it was a flop, and well, not necessarily a flop, but it was a miss. I will say it's a miss. Mm-hmm. I hope maybe down the line there's some sort of like a director's cut out there that gives more explanation to some details of the plot, because it was really missing a lot of those, and it's sad.
All right, folks, that'll do us for today. What did you think of Morgan?
Leave
your comments in the section below, and please subscribe to our channel so you can see more of our content in the future. Until next time, I'm Ryan Murphy.
And I'm Josh Williams.
And thank you for keeping it real.
With ReelTime.